Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
The picket lines are bustling at Multicare Yakima, the hospital's strategy to maintain operations as the strike enters day 4.
Then flames illuminate the dark of night into the early morning hours, what officials say led to the destruction of a Yakima restaurant.
And Hermiston's economic boom creates a housing challenge. Why city leaders say apartments are critical as job growth accelerates.
And from the Kittitas Valley to the Columbia Basin, cloudy skies, foggy conditions, another gloomy day. When will it end? I'll have those answers coming up. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Here we go on this Tuesday. It's January the 20th. Hello, I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. First, we take you out to the picket lines at the Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. 170 technical workers are on strike for the 4th day, and the hospital's parent company, Multicare, is speaking out. The company says the hospital is operating as normal. It's using temporary clinical staff to replace the workers on the picket lines, and the company says it can go as long as the strike lasts. Multicare says its proposals are offering market competitive wages and benefits to all employees, while striking union members say they've lost benefits instead.
This place is very difficult to work with. They're being unfair. They're not treating these people the way the employees here that need to be able to take care of their families. They're being unfair to them. They're cutting their benefit packages. They're cutting their wages in effect. And they're not agreeing to any substantial changes to their proposals over several months.
Multicare tells us the two groups have not met since the union sent its notice to strike, as the hospital spent time preparing for the work stoppage. The two groups are set to meet with a federal arbitrator Friday.
Now to news in the Tri-Cities. A protest against President Trump and Immigration and Customs Enforcement was held at John Dam Plaza in Richland today.
Tell me, sir, what do you have without Jesus? What do you have without Jesus? Oh, really? Tell me, what do you have? Who is he? Who is he to you? Because this world is broken.
The demonstration was part of the Free America Walkout, a nationwide movement with protests taking place all across the country. The event started at 2 p.m. and was peaceful and quiet, with an estimated 200 people in attendance. About 20 minutes later, around 2:30, a small group of roughly 5 counter-protesters arrived, using a microphone and speaker. There were some back and forth arguments, as you heard, but no violence was reported.
All right, switching gears now to weather. It's pretty cold out there.
It's cold and dreary yet again. Stacey Lee is here with more on that.
Where's the sun?
I keep hearing that. They walk outside and say, I need a jacket. Well, you do. Temperatures have been on the chilly side, well below average. And another gloomy day, unfortunately. No shift in that pattern. Now, air stagnation advisory, it expired today at 4 o'clock, and air quality has been okay. Visibility all right, but we're going to see more fog and freezing fog overnight. I've been getting a little bit of drizzle throughout the afternoon on my car. Temperatures ranging from the 20s to the low 30s all through the region, so pretty chilly. Temperatures not moving around a whole lot. So look for overcast fog and freezing fog, and again, watching for those slick roads overnight tonight. Look at these temperatures. Chilly, chilly, chilly all night long, down in the 20s pretty much everywhere by 8 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow, look for a cloudy day. Those are the daytime highs in the 30s. No chances of rain. Wind, again, very little to none. So fog and freezing fog continues. You're going to watch for those slick roads overnight. Chilly temperatures are going to stay with us through Sunday. Rain by the weekend. Well, I'll tell you what the odds are of that coming up in just a little bit. Austin, Wendy.
Thank you, Stacey. Now to a fire watch. Around 10:45 last night, fire crews were called out to a fire at Aqua Tequilas on North 1st Street, the former Gasparetti's location.
It looks like they got some of it to knock down finally. So.
Looks like they got almost half of it because that whole building was on fire.
Still incredible video there. This actually is from Yakima Live on Facebook. Initial reports suggest the fire may have started in the ceiling, possibly involving an HVAC unit. The fire burned throughout the night and into the early morning hours, with hotspots still smoldering after 3:30 this morning. Family members of the owner say the restaurant had just celebrated its 2-year anniversary and was remodeled about a year ago. The cause is still under investigation.
Now to continuing coverage tonight. Those opposed to a level 3 and higher registered sex offender home in Kennewick are planning to speak directly to city leaders.
Community members are expected to voice their concerns during public comment at the Kennewick City Council meeting starting at 6:30 this evening. City officials say public comment will be limited to 30 minutes, with each speaker given up to 3 minutes to address council. The meeting is being described as an opportunity for residents to go on the record, though council members may not respond to questions during the meeting.
Coming up new at 6 tonight, we will be live from the meeting, and you will also hear a story from this woman who operates a homeschool right across the street from the proposed sex offender home at 8th and Edison.
In Sunnyside, after a special meeting, the city manager position was once again in the spotlight. Councilmember George Galvin motioned to extend the interim city manager's contract pending contract negotiations and approval by council, which was seconded by Councilmember Tom Dolan. During the debate period, before a roll call for votes regarding the motion, Galvin made a statement on his pending motion.
I just want to make it very clear that my position today is not personal or political. This is about government accountability and legal responsibility as city council.
The motion then passed with a majority vote of 5-2, but how long the contract will be has not been established just yet, as it is pending contract negotiations and the city council's approval.
Turning to news around the world, overnight, President Trump shared screenshots of private messages from world leaders as he forcefully reiterated his desire to control Greenland.
The president is expected to meet his global counterparts in Switzerland this week at the World Economic Forum. That's where President Trump's Greenland threats have already cast a long shadow. Michael Yoshida reports.
President Donald Trump continuing his pressure campaign for the United States to take control of Greenland. In a slew of late-night social media posts, the president sharing 2 AI-generated photos, including one showing him planting an American flag on the island.
Look, we have to have it, because the boat went there 500 years ago and then left. That doesn't give you title to property.
Trump also exposing private messages with world leaders, one purportedly from the NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, and another from French President Emmanuel Macron, who wrote, quote, "I do not understand what you are doing on Greenland." A source close to Macron confirmed the screenshot is authentic. Macron speaking Tuesday at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland.
Competition from the United States of America through trade agreements that undermine our export interests, demand maximum concessions, and openly aim to weaken and subordinate Europe.
Leaders expressing strong support for Greenland and Denmark. And with one leader calling Trump's threat of new tariffs over Greenland a mistake between allies.
Plunging us into a downward spiral would only aid the very adversaries we are both so committed to keeping out of the strategic landscape.
All eyes will remain on Davos this week as Trump visits the conference Wednesday, set to deliver a special address and expected to attend a meeting about Greenland. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida.
One Greenland member of parliament said, quote, "If someone attacks the people of Greenland, of course, we will fight back no matter what," end quote.
Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on coverage of President Trump's text messages with world leaders, plus more than 40 million Americans under weather alerts.
Now to Your Voice, Your Vote. The special election is just around the corner on February the 10th. And in Benton County, ballots will start being mailed out this Wednesday.
Benton County Auditor Brenda Chilton tells us ballots should reach you within 2 to 3 days after being mailed out. She says several school levies are on the ballot, including for the Richland and Kennewick school districts.
Interestingly, some Benton County voters will also see a levy for the Grandview School District, even though that district lies in Yakima County. Chilton says despite a lower voter turnout for the special election compared with the primary and general elections, she encourages people to get their vote out.
They're really the elections that are closest to them. It affects, where their children are going to school, those tax dollars that are being spent to fund education.
All right, if you don't mail your ballot by February the 3rd, Chilton recommends using a drop-off box to make sure it is counted. Our news live at 5 is just getting started. Coming up next, nuclear waste gets billions in cleanup funding, the investment that could transform decades of contamination.
And it is cloudy, it is cold out there. Stacy is back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast, getting you ready for what's still to come tonight and tomorrow. Stay with us.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola. Dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park, where it's always 84 degrees. Ride North America's longest gondola to epic snow tubing and endless skiing and boarding. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain Resort. Book today at silvermt.com.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Yakima. One weekend only. Yakima Sundo. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age, featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground and a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. This weekend only. Yakima Sundo. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
I'm a real wild one.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail. And made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now are sponsored by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Well, Congress just approved a record-breaking budget for cleanup at the Hanford site, one of the most contaminated nuclear sites in the world.
More than $3.2 billion is headed to Hanford next year. The three-bill package, once signed by the president, will go toward cleaning up decades of radioactive and hazardous waste left behind by the nation's nuclear weapons program.
This funding will continue to support the ongoing vitrification work. It will continue to support treatment of contaminated groundwater. We'll also continue to further treatment of contaminated soil.
The money also supports facilities that can take 5 to 10 years to design and build. State officials say a fully compliant cleanup budget would require more than $6 billion a year. Hanford officials point to recent progress, including turning radioactive waste into stable glass. A complete cleanup is still expected to take decades.
Now to news in Northern Oregon. Hermiston's economic growth continues to build, and city leaders say new apartment developments are key to supporting the city's expanding workforce. A year-end development report shows Hermiston continues to see very strong investment in housing and construction, driven by steady job growth across the region. In 2025, the city approved 130 new housing units, but officials say one of the biggest gaps right now is market rate apartment housing. City leaders say apartments are critical for workers who may be new to the area, paying off student loans, or simply not ready to buy a home. To help address that need, the city approved incentives to attract new apartment developers, pointing to long-term construction activity and job growth as signs that demand will continue.
We know from the volume of data center construction activity that's in the pipeline, I think we see that data center construction pipeline lasting at least another decade.
City leaders say expanding apartment options will help keep workers in Hermiston and support continued economic growth.
Staying in Oregon, the city of Boardman officially approved a new transportation system plan. This sets the course for how people will get around the city for years to come. City leaders say the updated plan replaces one that had been in place for more than 2 decades. Since that earlier plan was adopted, Boardman had seen significant population growth, new housing and commercial development, as well as continued expansion at the Port of Morrow. The newly approved plan is designed to guide transportation improvements over the next 20 years, with a focus on safer streets and better connections, while providing more options for drivers, pedestrians, cyclists, and transit users. Officials say the plan prioritizes access to schools, parks, shopping areas, and major employment centers while supporting regional transit and future growth.
Just helps us plan for the future, what we need to look for in streets and various things.
City officials say the plan will now serve as a roadmap for future transportation projects as Boardman continues to grow.
Now to local sports. An 11 and 12-year-old boy and girl have made their way to nationals in their sport of choice, boxing. Danny and Mulia are Tri-Cities athletes and members of Contenders Boxing Club in Kennewick. Both started officially competing less than a year ago. Now they are on their way to the USA Silver Gloves Nationals, and their coach is very impressed with how far they have come.
He's done a great job. Just you can see the growth and improvement. His punch output, his defense, his grit and determination has gone through the roof. Same with Malia. I've never seen Malia ever back down from any sort of challenge at all whatsoever, whether it's sparring or competition or a workout. She just goes head on, head first.
USA Silver Gloves Nationals will take place in Kansas City, Missouri, starting on February the 25th. You can find a link to their GoFundMe to help with travel costs on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Happy Tuesday. Live look outside at Weimar Skycam down the Attenum Ridge. We can see finally it's been a few days since we've had a look down into the Yakima Valley because of the fog and freezing fog. But you know what? It's still lingering, so be aware. 32 right at that freezing level right now. Our feels like temp is 26. It is very chilly tonight. Certainly want to bundle up, but our sunsets are getting a little bit later. 4:44 tonight in Yakima. Here's the current temperatures around the region. Chilly, chilly. We're down below freezing in Ellensburg. We're just about there in Tri-Cities. Down below freezing in Walla Walla and Pendleton right now tonight. As we take a look at the big picture, not a lot. You don't see any big systems coming our way. We still have that cloud bank kind of lingering over, but we have a northwest flow of air, so starting to break up a little bit of that air stagnation. Not big changes. We do, though, have some small, and I'm saying very small, shower chances Sunday and Monday, and we could get a little dusting of snow in the mountains. It's not looking promising, but we'll take it, right? All right, let's look around at our fog and what it looks like around the region. It's pretty foggy up and around the Yakima Valley. Very foggy along the foothills of the Blues. That fog bank is just hanging on. This is where we could see driving conditions, again, reduced visibility and some moisture hitting the roads, creating slick roads, black ice. Visibility around the region, not too bad. We're seeing a tiny bit of reduced visibility in Ellensburg, but everybody else still good. Clouds are starting to lift slightly, but again, those clouds are hanging around the foothills of the mountains. So if you have any plans to drive that way, you certainly want to be safe. Now, a little earlier today, I took a little shot of Snoqualmie Pass. Again, not fogged in, and the road looks nice and clear. So traveling that way is looking good in the next 24 hours. Our highs, though, are staying in the 30s through Sunday. Very, very chilly. Take a look. Our average in Tri-Cities is 42. We're staying below that average right through Sunday, where finally on Monday we'll see things pick up. Let's look at our almanacs just for a little bit to see where we are. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, it's cold. It is 35, the normal 42. But imagine this, we had minus 24 back in 1930. So not that cold when you take into record lows. 31 yesterday in Walla Walla for the daytime high, 29 for the low. Not moving a whole lot. Record would be 70 degrees. Yakima also 34 with a low of 28. Had a record of minus 19 yesterday in 1954. So yes, it's cold, but it's not as cold as it could be. Here's our 7-day planner. Look for fog on Squirrel Appreciation Day. Then we move on through Friday, where we'll finally see 40 degrees, but we zip right down to the 30s. Now, I see a couple of partly sunny skies in there, so that's good news. That's when we'll finally maybe get to see the sun. Don't count on it, though, in the next 24 hours. There's your extended forecast in Yakima. Again, dry, but look at Monday, Tuesday. There is a 10% chance of some moisture. That's that glimmer of hope of maybe a little precipitation coming our way. For Ellensburg, we also have slight chances of rain beginning Sunday through Tuesday. Those overnight lows getting really cold, in fact, down in the teens Friday and Saturday night. Walla Walla staying in the 30s, daytime highs, no 40s until next week. Overnight lows down in the 20s. And in the Hermiston area, we see some fog. And National Pie Day, Friday, 37, could see a little bit of sunshine. So a tiny bit of sunshine and a slice of pie could be a great Friday.
I think so.
Yeah.
We need to find the silver lining
Yes,
here,
we
right?
do.
Bloom,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't make it go away. If I could, I'd get it out of here. But
My voice is like raspy too. It's probably just
stuff in the air. There's no like air moving. Yeah. Get a fan.
There you go.
And drink some tea.
Yes.
All right, well, coming up, turning remembrance into action, the Toppenish event spreading messages of unity and hope. Stay with us.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is giving away the farm this January during a $55,000 high stakes giveaway with over $5,000 up for grabs. Take home cash prizes and premium Pendleton beef. Multiply your entries every Monday, then spin the prize wheel every Friday and Saturday for your shot at sizzling prizes. And on Saturday, January 31st, 4 finalists will break the bank for $5,000 cash and $500 of Pendleton beef. Stake your claim to countless wins only at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Yakima. 1 weekend only. Yakima Sundo. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. This weekend only. Yakima Sundo. Tickets at DinosaurAdventure.com.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body, leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
I think this is my favorite. Hun, what do you think of this?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. Avoid rising interest rates by changing your bathroom, not your home. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
A sledding adventure. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Time for tonight's Spotlight at 5. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy living on in Toppenish. On Monday, residents honored the civil rights leader, reflecting on his life's work and messages of peace. Hosted by the Community Safety Network, the Toppenish School District says unity remains at the heart of who they are, adding they are truly greater together. Have an idea for the Spotlight? Send it to us through any of our social media platforms.
Nice. Well, that was a great story there. And those Northern Lights we talked about, stick around. You'll see them when we come right back.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Hi, everybody. Jay Leno here. You know, I love doing live stand-up comedy. No politics, no lectures. I'm not giving you my opinion on every issue of the day. Just nothing but jokes. So come by, check it out, and we'll have a lot of fun. Oh, it's clean, too.
Jay Leno live on stage. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Jay Leno live. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel.
Come on by. Check out the show.
There was a nice lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I need a bigger house, but with so many choices, who can I trust to help me with a loan? So she called her friends for advice, and they knew exactly what to do.
Yakima Federal helped us when the big bad wolf blew our house down. They had great service and offered a fantastic rate on our new home construction loan. And they won't sell your loan to the big bad wolf.
I'll call them tomorrow. Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal with your next home loan. You'll be glad you did.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The record shows no driver at fault. However, we found footage which shows the other driver caused the wreck.
Nice job. What's the insurance company's offer?
You know it's too low. Should I ask them for more?
Thanks, Shelby. But you know when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
Injured in a car wreck? Call the heavy hitter, Attorney Mariano Morales.
We're cooking up something special. Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house, every day, by people who take fresh seriously. A collection of signature products you won't find anywhere else. Meticulously prepared with only the freshest ingredients. And sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
We found a hill that's a good place for some winter fun.
Get a little hot chocolate, stay hydrated, some donuts. You know, we try to make it a lot of fun so the kids remember it and want to come back every year.
Sledding, Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next, ET Savannah Guthrie back on Today after throat surgery, plus Ashton Kutcher's TV return, inspired by ex-wife Demi Moore.
Or she killed it.
Then one-on-one with Paris Hilton, next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And there we go. The Northern Lights, they came out and were beautiful. This is up from my good buddy Justin Turnout does the grooming of the hills at night. So there he was at White Pass with that view. Can you believe it?
Gorgeous.
Spectacular. So, yep, if you were able to get up to the mountains and get your camera out, you probably got to see that. If not, well, there's a great photo. So, all right, QR code on top of your screen. That's how you get your photo on TV, thanks to Lifetime Dental Care. Let's take a look at those top headlines. Again, we're overcast. We have fog and freezing fog, a little bit of drizzle out there. Could see those slick roads. Cold temperatures through Sunday. Showers, cross your fingers. We're hoping for those. And grab your jacket. Going to need it tomorrow. It's a cold one again. Sorry, Wendy.
Oh, the layers.
The layers.
I know. We can't
the
even
gloves,
complain.
the scarves, the hats.
Just be ready for it.
That's right. Drag it all out.
Oh, my gosh. We got it all out. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
We're back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.